Anwar al-Buni was jailed simply for doing his job. He served 5 years in a Syrian prison for his work as a human rights lawyer, trying to bring torture charges against officials in Assad's regime. Now he's in Berlin, collecting testimony from people who say they've been tortured and building a case against the Syrian government. He's handed it all to the public prosecutor. This is his target, Jamil Hassan, leader of the Syrian Air Force Secret Service. Germany is now trying to arrest him. Al-Buni says it's a victory for victims.
7 years now, they're waiting for some hope of somebody care about their suffering. Nobody care. Now they find this hope. And you cannot imagine how the reaction of these victims or the Syrians at all, how it was great.
Yazan Awad used to be an engineer. Now he's witness number 24. Back in Syria, he protested against Assad. He was imprisoned and tortured in a Syrian Air Force jail, the same jail that Jamil Hassan was in charge of.
You can't know if it's now day or night. You can't know if you will eat after 2 or 4 hours, or you are allowed to sleep. Definitely you are not allowed to speak.
Sayed Naya is Syria's most notorious prison. What happens behind closed doors here is not seen, but we know what the results look like. A military photographer smuggled out pictures of the dead when he defected. Each of his photos suggests systematic torture. Geopolitics have prevented the International Criminal Court from taking action. Bashar al-Assad is protected by his alliance with Russian President Vladimir Putin. But al-Buni and his team have found a willing partner in Berlin. Germany is the only country to consider pressing charges under the principle of universal jurisdiction, enabling any country to prosecute war crimes no matter where they've been perpetrated.
With this, Germany's chief prosecutors have made a huge step ahead of other nations. Other countries should see this as an example of what action they could take, because this task cannot rest solely on the shoulders of the German judiciary.
It really will be to prove to Europeans and to themselves justice as principle. It's not under control of politics. That is very important to us and to the world.
The case represents a strong signal from Germany's judiciary to President Assad. Suspected war criminals and torturers will be prosecuted.